Istanbul. Thank you so much for the opportunity to present here. This is a great event, so shout out to EAK for putting this on. Really appreciate it. So I'm here today to talk about a new project that we're launching called Teddy DAO. And this is donations designed for Web3. So why are we building Teddy DAO and what is it? So Teddy DAO is a non-profit NFT platform designed to create social good with 100% of the proceeds going to charity. We wanted to facilitate a change, and given our team's experience across NFTs, law, charity, and development, we really think we had the skill set to put something like this together. One of our main aims is to attract a new audience, and that's on both sides of the coin. We want to encourage more crypto going to charities through donations, but we also want to use this as a way to onboard more traditional donors into crypto in a way where they don't have to speculate on the next dog coin or the newest NFT. They're able to participate, become part of our ecosystem, get an NFT, but also do good. So we're partnered with Just Giving on this. So for those of you who don't know who Just Giving are, they're one of the largest online donation platforms in the world. They've raised over £5 billion since their inception and are partnered with hundreds of thousands of charities. So this is really going to help us target those traditional donors and onboard them into crypto. So we're super excited to be doing this with them. So if we take a step back and just think where NFTs are, I'm sure I don't need to tell everyone in this room the trajectory they've been on. Not so much at the moment. As Zia pointed out, they may be dead. But I think we're all here because we think that this trajectory will continue to grow into the future, with some analysts predicting 350 billion by 2030. But only a tiny fraction of this is currently being used for social good, about 0.05%. We really want to try and increase that number, and we're seeing this come through. At the moment, you'll see NFT projects do a percentage of their mint for charity or a one-off auction. With my original NFT project, we did the same. One-off auction for charity, and it was amazing the amount of engagement and the price you would see those ones go for, which is really where this idea came from, as you could see the demand and people wanting to give to good causes through crypto, so why not build a platform dedicated to that? And I mean, we've seen all the brands coming into this space, right? It's every company you speak to is starting to think about a Web3 strategy. It's imperative. Nike, Gucci, AO, everyone. So the list goes on. But all of these have been very much for-profit initiatives or marketing strategies in order to try and get a slice of the hype. So that's why we're really excited to be doing this purely for social good with Just Giving. So the concept, how does this work? So these little pixelated bears, basically one of these will be randomly generated on-chain and auctioned for 24 hours, every day, forever, with the proceeds going to charity. So we used the knowledge we'd built up in my previous NFT project where we auctioned NFTs over a 6-month period, which really allowed us, rather than that one mint date where everyone's scrambling or not scrambling to mint them, it allows you to build your community and brand over time, establish trust, and it puts on the project themselves to have to deliver the utility and keep innovating. So that we really found that as a great method in order to deliver NFTs, and also from the Nouns DAO model where they did it on-chain. So we combined those two to get where we are. So there's 4 different asset layers on these bears, and we have over 4 million possibilities to be generated each day. So in theory, this will run for 11,000 years before repeating. So if it's still going then, something's gone very right. And the first question you might ask is, but that's an unlimited supply, right? NFTs, you want a certain set supply. But the primary goal here is to drive donations to charities and do social good, rather than have that speculation on price. Although I'm sure that will develop. And you need to bear in mind that the most popular NFTs, 10,000 supply, it will take us 27 years to get there. So these will be relatively scarce at the start. And so a speculation market could develop. So we've built this on the Moonbeam network, and some of you probably aren't familiar with that, but it's an EVM chain in Polkadot. So this allows users to connect with their MetaMask to this. But also we're working with a wallet called Talisman, which is going to make onboarding super easy for the non-crypto folks. You can basically download the wallet, buy Moonbeam with your credit card, and bid within about 10 clicks. And we're going to have loads of explainer videos in order to be able to try and get a whole new audience into this market. So once you've got your glimmer, you're ready to bid, you go on, you bid your highest bidder. At the end of the auction, you will put in the charity you want to donate to, over the 100,000 pre-approved charities, and then that bid will go straight to the charity through our partners Just Giving. And then you will receive the NFT bear and be able to be onboarded into our community. So the word DAO has become pretty synonymous in crypto. We've seen it experimented with a lot, some failures with treasury raids from the community, some amazing successes with projects that we're seeing here today. But we wanted to be the DAO that's making a difference. And I mean, crypto at the moment is getting a pretty bad rap in the news with the projects. I'm sure we all know what's going on. So from the outside looking in, it's getting a bit of a bad name. So we really want to deliver a project where the pure goal is to do social good and try and show the world what crypto NFTs can do in a positive light, and try and show it's not all about speculation and getting rugged and stuff. So by doing this project, we're really hoping that we can onboard a new wave and do some education along the way for this sort of stuff. And we've got a number of initiatives we're going to play around with, such as every NFT bear that's sold will be a real-life teddy bear donated at Christmas for children in need, things like that. And then in terms of the governance, we see this as a governance evolution. I think we've seen governance also succeed and fail in this space. And we don't necessarily believe that a project in its infancy should have the same governance structure as one at maturity. They have different attack vectors, and the governance should reflect that. So the way we're going to roll this out is for the first 100 bears, there'll be no community governance. After the 100th bear, then we will have a snapshot where the community can vote. And this initially will be primarily based on where the royalties go. So anytime a bear is resold, there's a 5% royalty that goes to the DAO treasury, and then each quarter, the community will decide which charity to partner with and donate to. And this gives us scope to hold weekly AMAs with charities to not only educate them about the benefits of crypto, but also educate our users on the charity's mission. So a really positive flywheel for both parties. So ultimately, what's our mission? So Teddy DAO will aim to become the most recognizable NFT brand for social good in Web3. And we want these little bears to become a badge of honor and a status symbol of doing social good. And we want this to go beyond users. We've been speaking to a lot of blockchain projects who are really happy to get involved, buy one through their treasury, and even have these as little hyperlinks on their website. So as a sign when you're scrolling through these projects, you know that they've done some good. There's so much talk about ESG within crypto, but barely any about corporate social responsibility. And this is something we really want to push and try and push our industry to think about and participate in. My primary job is I'm a principal at a venture fund, so I look at a lot of token decks all day, every day. And I'd love to get to the point where you're seeing these tokenomic diagrams with 0.05% is going to social good causes. Or if you're a DEX, let's say 0.5% of our trading fees go towards social good causes. Try and force a habit of change within our industry that reflects well on us, especially through these next few years where there's going to be a huge regulatory scope on us and people searching for things like this. So target audience, kind of touched on this a bit already. So traditional donors is a big one. Educating them, onboarding them, and allowing them to participate in NFTs without the need to speculate, just with the pure aim of donating to charity. Of course, the Web3 natives, all of us, they'll be our primary target to begin with to help spread the word of this. And obviously, some of those will probably speculate on the price of these bears to begin with. Blockchain projects, as I mentioned, working with projects to get them to put a bit of their treasury towards a bear, help spread the word, have it on their website. And then also other corporations. So at our company, our background, we have a lot of connections in the traditional finance world and Web2 world. So we're starting to speak to actual companies outside, educate them, get them involved in crypto. Again, it's very hard going to these businesses, shilling your crypto, get involved, let's speculate. This is a very easy message for them to get. Just take your normal corporate donation, put a bit of it through this, onboard into crypto, see what it's like, have a play around, join a community, and go from there. So we're targeting everyone, essentially. Utility, this is the word that every NFT project owner or consumer hears and asks about all day, every day. So what we need to remember is the primary utility of this is purely to get money to charities and do good. But on top of that, subject to where you are in terms of residency, these will be tax deductible. So it's an efficient way to offset some crypto gains, although probably not that important at the moment, but in the future that could be quite a nice thing to do. And then again, the perpetual donations through royalty. So each time these bears are sold, more money goes back to charity, that 5%. We don't take any fees ourselves, Just Giving doesn't take any fees, 100% to charity. And then community. This is hugely important within crypto, within NFTs, and by creating this community, Discord, token gated, all that good stuff, we can really foster a community around this common good goal of doing social good, which we hope to see flourish over the years and do bigger and better missions. And then in real life events. As much as being online is great and it connects us, being here and interacting with each other is almost as important, if not more important. So putting on annual fundraisers and things like that is going to be a core part of our mission as well. And then in terms of how does this work? What are the economics? So we received a grant from the Moonbeam Foundation, the blockchain we're building this on, which was amazing. So that's helped us get to the build stage. And as I mentioned, we're keeping these auction proceeds 100% to charity. Teddy DAO itself will be a registered charity. So at the point of bidding, that donation is already gone to charity. And that's why we see a place through the governance structure of hopefully getting to a place over time, once the brand's built, of a percentage of the user picking the charity they want at the point of bidding, but also some of the funds going to the Treasury DAO, the Teddy DAO Treasury, and then the community voting on where those funds go collectively to really bring us all together. And maybe even seeing us go through some bigger projects like building a school in Africa or something, dream big, but that's essentially how we're thinking through it. So not taking any fees, 100% going to charity. And yeah, so we'd love you to follow us. We've literally just gone live with the Twitter this morning. We're hoping to go live with the first auction at December. So any support from you guys here in following and spreading the word will be amazing. And if anyone is from a project or just keen to hear more, please come find me. I'm here for the rest of the conference, and I'll be around and about, and I'd love to work with any of you. So yeah, thank you very much.